Welcome back, everyone, to Sanity Lost, a podcast that took a 2-month break, but for you guys, it was only a week.
They get to
It wasn't on
fast-track
purpose. Yeah. To date this episode, all the cool kids went to PAX Unplugged, and some person was a party pooper and stayed home.
Well,
Didn't fly all the way up to Philadelphia.
If I didn't
Yes,
have another
give us
trip
your
coming
excuses.
this weekend.
Trips. No, it's all good. Yeah, so some of us, well, it shouldn't be all that big of a guess judging off of other pre-show rambles. Someone spent too much money. It was me. It's sitting right there.
I don't know.
I like how you point right there, but don't bring it up to the camera to show us.
We can't see anything.
I know. Well, it's on the floor. Here, like...
Just believe us, it's an
no.
embarrassing amount of money.
I understand
It's
that.
not as bad as last year. It's not as bad as last year. Last year, I spent a lot of money, and that stuff is still packaged up.
Yep.
That's
But
the
here,
problem.
I won't tell you how much
Here,
I've spent kickstarting games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just hover this, and I know one out of I obviously know what it is, but I know at least one other person in this call would know what this would go with.
It's
Nice.
green.
Yes, Delta Green is pretty much the modern day equivalent to this game. So
Nice.
but yes, but I really like their pre-written things, so I bought one of them. Who knows?
Oh, nice. I didn't realize that you had actually gotten one.
Yep, that's one of the times I disappeared during the weekend.
God.
Yeah, I was gonna buy Vampire the Masquerade, but it was I wasn't ready to drop $55. And also, I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to play that.
Play it, I know.
So
I know we were talking about this, but like there were so many TTRPGs there this year. So many different systems that people could get into, books that they could play. It felt a little like really cool, but also like very overwhelming to even think about like looking at them all.
Right.
yeah, funny enough, now I'm sitting there thinking about it. I didn't even go by the Call of Cthulhu booth.
Were they there?
Did they have one? Like a
Yeah,
specific Cthulhu booth?
I don't remember.
It wasn't a Call of Cthulhu booth. I'm trying to remember who makes Call of Cthulhu. Chaosium. I'm pretty sure they had one.
I feel like I saw a bunch of Cthulhu stuff. I mean, we pointed it out. We talked about it.
Yeah, different vendors.
But I don't remember. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
so
I thought-
overwhelming. It's so hard to
we may
like
have
find
just walked
specific
past it.
things.
Didn't
In my head, I thought I remember seeing it. You know what? I could just check real quick. Let me go here, and I'll just go to their Twitter page.
Oh my gosh. Rabbit hole.
Chaosium.
Oh, we never have rabbit holes on this podcast.
We could pull
Never.
up the floor plan of PAX
Yeah,
Unplugged and scroll through it and
Go
look for
through
the vendor.
each
Yeah.
booth.
Well, that would
one
probably
by
be
one by
easier.
one.
On this podcast, you guys listen to us read out vendor names for an hour.
We're really selling PAX Unplugged. It was overwhelming. We couldn't find anything. We spent too much money. No, it's actually very fun. It rains
Yes,
the
they
whole
are.
time.
They were
It's
there.
not as much fun.
No, that was not fun.
And
Where
you
were
didn't
they?
go and I can't believe you did not go and plug the podcast with them.
I know.
Opportunity
It
lost.
did. I'll be honest. Yeah, true.
That is sad.
Did they have a booth or were they running like a play
No,
area?
because they have a booth.
Okay.
I remember. Like I remember seeing it. Hold on, I'm looking at the borders of the thing to see if I recognize where it is. I don't see the giant Pikachu anywhere. So,
Yeah.
oh wait, okay, I know why. Because it was right next to. Wait a second. Yeah, that's one of the dice areas, and then I don't recognize where this is. I remember the first day I saw it, and I was like, oh okay, and then that's as far as I got.
Never went back.
Well, I passed it, and there was, as you said, there's a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. And a giant Pikachu that we used as our only reference point to find each other.
Yeah, meet at Pikachu's butt.
Meet
That's
at
what
the
we said.
Pikachu butt. That should be on a t-shirt. We should make our own, like, PAX Unplugged. I survived PAX Unplugged, Meet at the Pikachu butt t-shirt.
It is the only picture I took at PAX.
To send it to us, to let us know where we were. Ugh. So disorienting after we stood in the rain for, 15 minutes to get inside, and then Dave sending us, Meet at the Pikachu butt. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
And that's
You'll
and
know
as
it
I
when
was
you see
standing
it.
there, I was like, just when you enter, look up.
I mean, it really was the only, like, hanging, like, decoration.
It was so big. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. If you want to hear more about that stuff, subscribe to our Patreon, where if you can find it, let us know. And
I was going to say, are you roping me into something else? Do I have to just schedule some time to talk about PAX Unplugged?
the other podcast I'm on, I make this joke all the time where I'm just like, yep, if you want to hear more about that, subscribe to our Patreon, and you can hear about this, to the part where I'm like, we're both, me and Hop, the other host, we're just like, we're probably going to have to make one of these things eventually to, like, fulfill all these fake promises you keep making.
Yeah, it's going to be
good.
real sad when, 100 episodes in, we actually have a Patreon, and then people go looking for it because they're listening to this
The
episode.
first ones, yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm just throwing seed to the wind or whatever it is. Whatever. Hey, roll luck, okay? We're getting into the episode.
Okay, luck roll.
We had enough
50 over
banter.
42. I missed my luck roll.
All right, let's see here. What is my luck? I am at, woo,
Just
53.
for anyone who has, if this is your first episode that you're listening to, well, first off, why? But thank you. But
Yeah.
why? Go back.
Way better.
I don't know how many episodes are out now.
This is
A
episode...
whole bunch.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 9 of chapter 1.
It is.
Chapter 1,
anyway.
episode 9 that we
Episodes
are on
before
today.
So 14, we're on episode 14. So go back 14 episodes and listen to the beginning. Things might slightly make sense, but what we're doing here is an alternative luck roll where they get to roll against their luck. If they fail, they get to add to their luck 1d10. So what's everyone do good? Not good?
I gained 5 luck.
Nice. I got a 69 over 57 and got 4
Nice.
luck.
I rolled a 65 under 66.
No.
Do you want to spend luck on that? Oh, wait
Missed
a
it
second.
by that much.
Huh? Yeah.
Ugh. I hope
How
that's not an
ironic
omen.
that I rolled for luck and missed it by 1.
Uh-huh. That's terrible.
Well, I mean, I guess technically it was a lucky roll.
From some point of view, I guess.
Alrighty. So, something I'm going to try. We already did a recap for us, as we said. Just a little bit of forewarning. For most of you guys, it's only been a week. For us, it's been close to 2 months due to scheduling fun. So, we did a recap for us off stream, but you guys probably know better than us what is happening. So, please be patient as we ask questions and try to remember what's going on with different things. But let's play a little music. Let's do this one. So we're gonna go jump back right into that scene as Caleb is walking out of the bank after turning in the parcel of many speakings. That is not the official name, but it is the name
now.
I gave it. And this is not the music I wanted. There we go. That was the creepy chanting music, which I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't fit for what's going on now. We're just going for your general unease. So anyway, you walk out, you hear a little bit of crying, you go and search out that crying Caleb, and you come to find a child holding a limp hand in the middle of the woods. Well, not the middle of the woods, but a little bit off the beaten path. What do you do?
Do I recognize this kid?
No. Well, yeah, I think I said this last time. You recognize her off of the wanted not the wanted posters, the missing people posters that Sheriff Hudson was hanging up.
And how old is this kid?
She would be around anywhere 7 to 9, around that age.
All right. So I guess I'll start kind of slowly walking towards her and call out, "Hey, are you okay?"
And then like she turns around, she's like, oh, and she like begins to like step back. She's like, "No, go away! Get away from me!"
And I'll just stop there. Like I don't want to hurt you. What's wrong?
And like she looks over to the body and it's just like, she's gone.
What's gone?
Where are Mom? Where am I? Who are you?
I'm Caleb. And what's your name?
It wasn't written down. Way to ruin a moment. We'll go with Sarah.
Sarah? How did you get here?
Me and my mom, we tried to get out of the tent. And we did, and then we ran, and we fell out, and then we're here. Well,
Huh.
I'm here.
Fell out of a tent?
The tent? Yes.
So the body that she's hovering over, is that the mom? Or is that something?
When she said, my mom is missing, like, she was looking at the body.
Okay,
But
so it wouldn't be her
if you
mom.
want... Well, it could be anybody right now. You don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
how best to calm this child to be able to get close enough to look and help her as well. Can
Well,
I?
if you want, roll psychology.
That's not gonna
Or
help.
or psychoanalysis. Dude, you got like how much luck? 3,000 luck?
No.
3,000.
3,000 luck. Psychology is not gonna go well.
Hold on, let me make
well,
sure.
actually, surprisingly, that's only 13 over 10, so that we'll just use luck to.
Oh yeah, there you go.
We'll use luck
Push
the
it.
wrong way. We'll push the wrong button to do that. We'll make that a 10 over 10. So at least I have
Hold
the.
on, I was
At least I have
just
psychology,
looking up.
which is
Psychoanalysis might. Oh, never mind. That's for medical stuff. It looks like.
good. Yeah, I mean psychology would
I'm
be
just
kind of
lo-
that. Dealing with that.
Yeah, I was just double checking the rules real quick. Yeah. Alright, so what did you roll? You just hit it?
13 over 10. I just used the luck to get it to equal or to success.
Okay. Yeah, she looks very Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just I just want to help. Can I come and help you? Just kind of very slowly approaching.
Her behavior and everything reminds you a lot of when you had miners that were stuck in a cave-in. And she looks like kind of just drained of emotion, just tired, maybe a little malnourished, but then she's like shying away from like she's not trusting anything. Like she's like kind of maybe how maybe sometimes when you're trying to get some people out of a collapsed mine, where they might not be trusting of some of the walls around them, she is not trusting like the space around her. And so you notice, like, if you try to move closer, she's like backing away.
And I'll stop so I'm not like kind of making her feel like she's pushing away or anything. And well, what can
she looks more unsure and like uneasy.
Yeah, I mean, kids tend to be kind of skittish at that age too. So, what can I see of the body that she's looking at as well?
So from what you can see, it looks drained. Like, not just of like color and stuff, like it looks like a raisin. Like the skin looks like how like substance was sucked out. Like it's still human and still there, but it looks like this, yeah, and like shrunken and just very like it is human and stuff, but it's it looks, as I said, like almost like a raisin texture to it.
So I'm gonna just kind of start moving a little bit sideways around to try to position it so that as I kind of would be moving towards her, it'd kind of push her towards the town, like the road a little bit, just to kind of help control where she's kind of evading to, if you will, but also just kind of very slowly be talking and saying, so you came from a circus, like a tent? Just trying to ease her.
Circus? They're not here, right? No. Are you with them?
I'm not with the circus.
Is he here?
Who?
Him.
Who is him?
The little one.
I think I've seen who you might be talking about. Can I take you to somebody that can help you?
I'm gonna need a roll for that. What do you want to use? Intimidate? Firearms?
Don't want to intimidate the kid.
Yeah, I forgot. It's not lore.
Not more.
Just scoop her up and throw her over your shoulder.
My character in our D&D.
Oh,
He's real good with little people.
He makes them run away, is what he does.
I see.
Make anybody run away. All right, tangent.
I guess we'll try to persuade. This is going to be kind of like psychology and not be all that great, but we'll see.
You got this.
Oh, you got luck.
0
you can
is
push a roll.
so that's an 8 under 10.
8 under 10.
Wow.
Okay. And so she's like, I forgot your question. I was joking around too much. What was your question?
Taking her to
to bring her to the same town.
Yeah, basically taking her to the sheriff ultimately, but getting her out of the woods and back into town where she can be safer.
What about my mom?
Well, we'll find her, but we need to get you safe. We need to get you safe first.
But she's right there. And points to the corpse.
We'll figure it out, but we need to get you safe first.
I gotta roll something out. Okay. As long as we come back for her. and she'll go with you.
So I'll take her back into town and go take her to the sheriff and do more capable hands for dealing with this traumatized kid.
Yeah, so trying to remember. Yeah, so if you're taking her to the sheriff, we can cut to, I believe, Cora and Percy, you guys were just chilling in the general store.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember what time of day it was.
I think it was
Morning.
after, like, kind of.
It was should have been morning, I think, because I was going to take the box to the bank right in, like, first thing in the morning.
Yeah. So we'll say it's mid-morning right now, but I will let you know. It seems like you know how long it would take to get to the bank and come back. I don't know if Caleb was planning on coming back. I can't remember, but we can just say, because if I remember correctly, you guys were all talking about just because there wasn't any work today. I think that things were closed just due to the ruckus there. So I think you guys talked about just spending the rest of the time together. But you know that both you guys are putting together, like, this is taking longer than, like, for Caleb to come back. Like, so do with that as you will.
Percy, do you think... should Caleb have been back already?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe his dad called him in to do some work, or maybe he got, I don't know, called in to do something. I mean, he's usually pretty busy.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little worried that talking box worries me a bit.
I know. I would think he would be trying to get back here straight away. But, I mean, it hasn't been that long yet. He may just be running a little behind. I mean, regardless, there's not much we can do. I mean, we don't know where he's at. We can't go looking for him.
Why not?
Where are we gonna go? I mean, by the time we go out and look for him, he could end up here, and then we just end up going around in circles, missing each other. It makes more sense just to stay here and wait.
Unless something's really wrong.
It's the middle of the day. What could possibly be wrong?
Really?
I mean, if it was nighttime, I would maybe be a little bit more concerned, but what happens in the day? Take it from somebody who lives in the night. Nothing happens in the day.
I don't know. I can't shake this feeling. I think I need to go look for him.
All right, well, what's your plan? Where are we going?
Well, I guess it makes the most sense to just go to the bank and see if he showed up there. Okay. Track his steps, see if the box made it. And I don't know, this town's not that big. How about this? Why don't we just go to the bank? No one's coming to the store all morning, so let's call it our lunch.
We should leave a note or something.
Well, why don't we can leave a note, that's fine. But we'll go to the bank. If he's not there, then we can just come back.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. That shouldn't take that long. And if we leave a note saying, we'll be back in however many minutes, hopefully he'll stay here.
Okay. So Cora goes behind the front desk and, like, scribbles a note, like, out to lunch, be back in half an hour. Straps Timmy to her back in one of those, like, baby papoose things, and tapes the note to the front door.
Okay. Hey, as you guys did you have something you wanted to do?
I was gonna say, I forget. Did you have you had a car, right? You had a vehicle?
I think
Did we use
so.
that before?
Caleb had a vehicle.
I think I took whatever vehicle I have.
Yeah, that's right. You were driving us around. Okay.
Yeah, Caleb had a truck.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I have one. I think I just walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, so as you guys leave, whichever one of you guys would like to, I need one of you guys to roll a luck roll.
Cool.
What is your luck?
57.
966.
All right, you go.
That is a 52 under 66.
All right, you guys exit, and you look in the direction of the bank, and you see Caleb
Oh. See, Percy.
walking with a child.
Oh. All right, Cora, how much can I see? Do I recognize her from this far away or no?
I'm gonna say it's maybe like at least a pretty decent way down the. You can tell it's at least a small girl.
Okay.
But distinctive features you can't tell. They're still a little bit far away.
Okay. Cora gives Percy a quizzical look.
Percy looks back and just kind of mutters, "This clearly can't be good."
Yeah, Cora shakes her head and kind of nods let's go, and starts headed towards Caleb.
And Percy follows.
And so does Timmy.
He's on my back, he has to go.
Exactly. Yeah, so you guys can all meet in the middle at some point.
How does the little girl seem as we approach her? What am I noticing?
She seems to be very skittish and well, I'll ask Caleb, are you holding her hand? How are you walking with her?
So I kind of imagine initially she would be resistant to taking somebody that she didn't know's hand that way, but I'd be talking reassuringly as we're going, saying that we're going to go to the sheriff's office and the sheriff will be able to help her and that type of stuff. So might have her calm down a little bit by that point, where she'd be holding my hand and just kind of for that grounding to reality at some level. And I guess maybe I need to roll luck and see if I spot Cora and Percy leaving the store. Or is that... I guess if I'm walking towards that direction, maybe I'd see them.
You can see them.
And
it was just more of, did they just miss you?
Right, yeah, directing us.
So... yeah, so... And then, so I'll ask, Cora and Percy, how are you guys, are you guys running over to them, or how are you getting, how fast are you moving over to them?
I think initially Cora would be walking briskly, but depending on what she observes in the kid, she would respond. If she notices...
I would definitely be kind of at least trying to somewhat subtly from the kid's point of view put a hand out to slow your approach down a lot while I explain that these are friends of mine. They're not going to hurt you, and we're just going to go over to the sheriff's office and to help reassure that you don't mean any harm by your approach.
Yeah. So as Cora notices that Caleb is kind of backing her off, she slows down, and as she approaches, she starts just kind of trying to talk gently but kindly, presenting a friendly face, and says, "Hey Caleb, it's good to see you. You have a new friend here?"
Yeah, this is Sarah, and she was in the woods, and the whole situation is kind of strange, but we'll talk about that part a little bit more when we get to the sheriff's office.
Oh, okay. Cora bends down so that she's like more sized to Sarah's size, and she like pulls Timmy out of his backpack, and puts him on the ground. and she says, "Hi, Sarah. My name's Cora, and this is my son Timmy. It's really nice to meet you."
And she's like kind of using Caleb's arm as like a barrier in between you guys. Like she's like peeking around like his arm as she's like kind of like more hiding behind Caleb, just unsure.
I mean, at least that's better than it could be at that point. Ultimately, at least that means Caleb has got a little bit of safety to her.
And so
Yeah, I imagine that Timmy being 3, that he probably just kind of like wanders up to her.
she pulls out a gun now.
Oh no.
No, she's like, this is your baby?
Yeah.
You better keep him away from the little one.
Oh. Okay.
It sounds like she's had a run-in with our acquaintance that showed up the other day.
Oh.
And Caleb just is kind of trying to keep it a little bit vague to try to keep it from make it so that there's not any direct contact type of thing, but because he doesn't want to break any of the trust that the very fragile trust that he's got with her at the moment.
Well,
What are you doing, Percy?
Percy kind of does one of those like slow walk-bys of Cora with kind of like his hand over his mouth, and he's like, "I told you."
what did you tell me?
That this was going to be a problem.
You told me nothing bad happened during the day. Clearly that was wrong.
No, I told you when we saw Caleb walking up with the girl
Oh.
that this can't be good.
Sarah, you're safe now. And we'll keep you and Timmy away from the little one. You know what? It's close to lunchtime. You must be hungry. Timmy, come here. Why don't you share your lunch with Sarah? And she pulls out like just a like wrapped loaf of like bread, and she has like a wedge of cheese, and she like splits it in half and hands it to Timmy to take and share with Sarah.
I need all you guys right now to roll I think it's spot hidden. Yeah.
My specialty.
32 under 34.
Nice. Oh, that's not good. I mean, that makes sense.
19 under 81.
I got a 74 over 50.
Okay. So yeah, Cora, you are focused on Sarah right now. But let's see. I think it's this song. No, that's not what I want. We want this one.
That's a new one.
So, Caleb, you hear this sound
Oh no.
coming over the town, and you're just like it kind of like you can hear like it sounds like someone talking a little bit, but like you don't hear, but it sounds like you can very clearly hear this song like drifting over like the streets and stuff. Percival, with you, what you had like a hard.
I think
Oh,
extreme.
it's
19
yeah.
under 81.
Yeah, that's either way.
Yeah.
It's you hear like pretty much like through a megaphone, like just like that's it, everybody, from Uncle Buster's Road Circus. And it's just like you hear that like maybe like a little bit farther down the street. You know what? And with this, yeah, actually, Corey, you would see this as maybe like after a little while, as the sound begins to get closer, you hear the noise and you can see that like Sarah, like she's already super pale, but she like turns an even like brighter shade of white, and like it's just fears in her eyes, and like
I'm
Caleb,
guessing
you
Caleb
feel
can
like
feel her just.
yes, Caleb, you feel like her grip like tighten, like, and just like she begins shaking, and Percy, you just hear like more just like lions, tigers, bears, tightrope walkers, everything, clowns, and that's right, Big Dada's here tonight. And it's just like you hear more and more of this as like even with that you hear like this sound like an old jalopy, just like a sputtering like car that's like is just drawing closer and closer. What do you guys do?
Caleb,
as
I think
she's-
we need to go.
As she's kind of burying herself or pushing more into me, I just pick her up or scoop her up and kind of cradle her to me. So it's like you're safe. We'll protect you. And
Let's go.
we're gonna just start heading towards the sheriff's office even quicker.
Okay. We'll bring back this music. Yeah, so actually, you know what? No, we're gonna keep that other music going, because if you're going to the sheriff's office, that's still a little what. Well, yeah. Are you guys going to the sheriff's office, or are you just trying to get off the street?
I'm following Caleb, so wherever he starts headed, I will follow.
I'm heading towards the sheriff's office, and probably like the shortest route that I can find.
As we're following, Percy kind of, whispers, telling them we need to get off the street. We need to, get to the side of the road. We don't want to draw any attention to ourselves right now.
I mean, I assume we're walking on the sidewalk already, but I'd be looking for whatever, maybe alleyways
Do we hear
or
it like
something if
getting
possible.
right? Do we hear the sounds and stuff getting louder as we head towards the sheriff's office?
Yeah. Cause like I'm trying to remember where I said the sheriff's office was in this
Town
map.
hall.
Town hall. Yeah.
I don't know if we defined
So-
where the bank was, though.
I think the bank, I said it was like around here-ish.
So that wouldn't be very far from town hall at that point.
Yeah. So I'll give you guys your options. You guys can do whatever you want. You can make it to town hall,
Sorry.
which is an option. If you want to stay off the streets, you know that there's the woods behind. Like all this greenery is like it's not overgrown. It's not overgrown like forest and stuff, but there's a good amount of trees that might be able to block your view of whatever this is. Or you can just try to get on another road and cut your way around.
Where is where's Cora's shop?
Cora's shop, I think
I mean, I guess if the bank is...
that's another thing.
If the bank is around there, and the town hall's
yeah, I think
there,
it's a little bit farther down the street. We'll say it's right around there-ish. So it's like it's a little bit like in the middle of like the strip of different stores. So
And it sounds like the
Cora's-
music is coming from like up here.
yeah, it's like coming down the main road. And so you can hear it drawing closer through town hall. So it's the option, like if you wanted to go right to town hall, you would just have to do some stealth rolls to see if you can sneak through there, to find a way through without getting caught. Or if you want to dash to to the not the restaurant,
The store.
the storefront. Yep. You would pretty much. Both of them are going to require a roll. I'm just trying to find where it is.
Caleb, I don't think we can make it to the sheriff's office before it passes. Maybe we go back to the store and wait it out.
Yeah, and I can almost certainly feel her getting more tense if we're trying to go towards the sheriff's office with the music getting louder that direction.
Yeah, and Percy chimes in. I agree. I think it's smarter for us to wait for it to pass by, keep out of sight, and then we make our move.
She is scared. She is super scared. So let's try to get back to the shop and get her in the back where she can. It's quieter.
Yeah, I'm just.
To Sarah, it's
I'm
like,
looking at all this.
don't worry, we'll protect you. We'll save you, or we'll keep you safe.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the skills right now. I don't see like an athletics.
There is a
thing.
navigate. I was just looking.
Yeah, I don't know if navigate would work for what I want you guys to do. Because you guys are trying to like rush there. How about this? We're gonna have everyone do something a little bit different. Caleb, you're gonna do a strength check to carry Sarah. I think definitely. Yeah, I think navigate might work for Cora. And here's what I'm just thinking is to navigate through your keys, because you locked the door and everything. I'm trying to think, unless or
We're
dexterity.
Not getting in here.
Or we can just do straight up dexterity. We'll do dexterity.
Okay. Might be a little better.
And so, just as you get through the keys, and let's see, we'll have Percy. We'll have you. Pretty much. I'm just trying to see what is Percy doing throughout all this.
I would say I'm more kind of, keeping vigilant, so kind of, following, but keeping an eye out. Sort of like keeping us moving, but
More focused on the surroundings, while Cora and I are more focused on the kid.
Yeah. So, well, that's going to be your favorite stat, spot hidden. So, all right. So, we'll roll all those.
So Caleb rolled a 29 under 60, which is a hard success.
Yeah, you crush her in your arms with your adult strength now. Yeah, she kind of you make, as you rush over there, like you kind of just keep her comforted and all that stuff, where like you can feel her begin to relax a little bit as she like notices that you're running away from the sound.
I rolled a 54 under 55, so I imagine that Cora is like really struggling to doing that like female thing where you like dig through your bag and you can't find it and you're panicking, but like last minute pulls out her keys.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I rolled a 54 under 81.
Alrighty. You notice that no one picked up Timmy.
Did you put Timmy down?
Yeah, she put Timmy down.
Wow.
I just like that
joking.
really casual. I'm joking. Tossed in there.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I picked up my kid.
It wasn't said. No. So, no, you. Okay, so you rolled what under what?
54 under 81.
54 under 81. Okay, that's just a regular success. Okay, so yeah, you notice so you hear the noise like starting to build up a little bit louder and louder and louder, and you just hear like even more just like
Come on down to Uncle Buster's Road Circus, where we'll have tons of fun for the family. Mazes, rides, even prizes. Come on down.
And it's just like constantly like this building and building of just this thing. As you see, like, you start to see like this old-fashioned car that you didn't see. Like, I don't say you didn't. Maybe it was in one of the like wagons that you didn't go in, but it's just like it's got some promotional stuff, and you just see like this weird like giant cutout of. Did you ever? No, you didn't see Uncle Buster. Percy never met Uncle Buster, so pretty much this just.
Well,
Like,
Percy
weird.
did see the posters, though, right?
Oh, okay.
The talking posters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
So
talking posters, as if they're a normal thing.
Yeah. The talking ones.
yeah. So you see the same like kind of like it's almost like paper mache head of Uncle Buster with like just this round face and like dark hair and just like kind of like just a smile that's like blowing like, and they did some weird stuff where it's like looks like smoke is blowing out of it, like he's like has a cigar in his mouth, just like just like blowing that out as it's drawing closer and closer. And then finally Corey gets the right key in there and you all like fall through into the room. And
Percy kind of like kicks the door closed behind him.
And yeah, you hear it come by, just like, that's right, everyone's welcome. To hear to meet our many different clowns. The man of 1,000 voices, the man made of springs, and the boulder himself. Let's all come out and meet them all. As like the sound begins to just kind of drift off as the car goes down the road.
As we get into the shop, I take Sarah back to like the back office and sit her down in a chair and like, it's okay, we're safe. You're safe.
Percy kind of like stands to the side of the door, kind of like watching out the window, just kind of watching the car drive away and keeping a general eye on it outside of the front of the shop.
Cora leans down, puts Timmy down, and like goes back to his lunch and like hands him the pieces of food again and is like, here, why don't you give one of these to Sarah, and you can grab one of the candies from the shelf too, and like shoos him away to go and like try and give her something. And then stands up and turns to Percy. We need to get Sheriff Hudson. I guess we should check in with Caleb too and see what the story is, but I don't know that we can take her back through the town. But Sheriff Hudson should know about this. She's one of, and she points to the missing person posters. She's one of the missing people from the town over.
Well, I'm guessing at this point you've had a good enough look that you can look at the posters and see that, oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
Percy nods his head and says, and on top of that, she's kind of a liability. Like we can't be caring for a kid while we're trying to do whatever it is we're trying to do, this investigation. We can't, to speak to that, we probably need somewhere to leave your son. We really shouldn't have him with us out here either. We need to get these kids to somebody who can keep them safe. We've got clowns driving around in cars, like we're not in a place that we can do anything for these kids.
Okay. First of all, do not call a child a liability.
But they are. We don't know what she.
No.
We're not trained to handle whatever clearly she was missing. He kind of like gestures at the poster. This is something that the police need to handle, and if I'm saying that...
Well, obviously, and that's why I said we need to go get Sheriff Hudson. But this poor kid, I don't even know what she's been through. It's our job to care for her and care about her. And I take great offense at you calling my son a liability.
It's not... It's more for his safety, though. We're clearly attracting some weird attention.
Okay. I think you should go and get Sheriff Hudson, and I will stay here with the liabilities.
Fine. Percy just kind of scowls at her and walks out the door, almost slams it, but then quietly shuts it.
Cora walks back to Caleb and Sarah, and I'm assuming Timmy's back there. And just kind of cheerfully says, Percy went to go get, well, maybe not cheerfully. Percy went to get Sheriff Hudson. Wow.
And for the podcast that can't see what we're laughing about,
Wow.
our Roll20 chat is quite amusing right now.
There is a chat going on right now.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah. So Percy went to get Sheriff Hudson. How are we doing back here?
So I'm going to guess that I've at least managed to get her calmed down a little bit where she's at least, I can at least talk to her more normally. And I'm going to explain that, yes, we do have the circus is nearby, but we're going to keep you safe from it. We're trying to figure out what's going on with them.
Okay. So, just to let me just picture this right. Corey, you walk in to see Caleb. Like, Caleb was talking. They were not in the same room as your conversation when Percy was.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So you say that, Caleb. You say that to Sarah, and then.
Yeah, my whole the way I pictured that when I brought Sarah towards the back was that there's like a back office that Cora had for, and that's basically where I took Sarah to keep her as far away from the sound as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So. Okay. Well, as Corey, you don't have to roll for this because as you enter that room, you actually, you can see Caleb's. He's got blood on him, like kind of where, like on his chest,
Where he was holding her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Where's Timmy? Did he manage to, like, drop off his package?
Oh yeah, I assume he's back there with.
Okay.
With
Is she
Hugo.
responding to him at all?
Like she's more in shock.
Yeah.
And Caleb, you don't recognize, like you're not. I said shirt. I'm imagining just because it is October and you're wearing a jacket, so maybe you just didn't notice like the blood that's on your jacket.
I mean, I'm probably a little bit more focused on her than
Yeah,
my jacket
I'm
at
just
that
saying
point
like
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's just saying like that's why you're not noticing the difference. Like
Like,
So.
I unless it was something that was obvious on her as I put her down,
No.
then I probably wouldn't. That's not something I'd necessarily notice. But if it's like,
yeah.
I guess it depends on where would it be coming from her that it would have gotten on my jacket but not be visible on her.
Well, right. So I think Cora, like, sees that, clocks it, and, like, starts to slowly walk over, and says to Sarah, "Honey, does anything hurt? Does anything hurt on you? Caleb, you might want to check you got something on your shirt there." Like, she kind of like looks up at Caleb. "You got something on your shirt," and then turns back to Sarah and is like, Did anything get hurt?"
And she's like, there was always hurt in the tent.
Is that where you were?
That's where we all were.
Okay.
So
Does anything hurt now?
I gotta roll for something. Ooh. Yeah, so she's like, she looks you right in the eyes, and she's like, everything. And then she just passes out.
And so Cora, like, immediately is, like, by her body, like, checking her, looking for, like, wounds, blood loss, like, anything that would, like, explain the blood that's on Caleb and possibly, like, her passing out like that.
I also see that Caleb is still being basically holding her hand at that point and would catch her, and so that she doesn't like hurt herself passing out.
Yes.
Like as
So,
she collapses, he'd be grabbing her and protecting the
so I
fall,
guess
basically.
Just as some descriptors why you maybe not have saw the blood that I forgot to mention is that like she's pretty much wearing like jeans and like a red sweater, like a dark red sweater. So
Ugh.
yeah, it's and like
It wasn't red before.
well, it's not wet and it's not like there it was soaking in blood. Like it unless you do more like closer inspections, like and that's on you. It looks like it was always a like more dark red sweater, and then like, but like I guess let's see, was there a medicine? I know there's first aid.
Cora, do you have a phone?
Oh, there's a medicine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have a phone and we've used it before.
yeah, Caleb's gonna like since she's passed out, and Caleb's gonna look at and say, "You stay with her, and I'm gonna call the doctor, and then I'll call the sheriff, and you make sure that the sheriff. I know Percy's going to get the sheriff, but maybe I can get her on the way sooner." And goes to call the doctor and get her on the way over too.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll a medicine check? It's not gonna
Yeah.
be great.
A medicine or first aid.
Is first aid any better? Probably not. Oh, it is. Okay, I'll do first aid.
And you know what? Add 10 to the first aid because like just a quick look at it, you can see that there's like wetness on her arm, like
Okay.
on her
Ooh.
upper arm.
So plus 10 the right, like minus
Yeah.
10? Because we're going
Subtract
to
10 for me to roll, or add 10 to the
Sometimes
skill.
add 10 to the skill.
Oh, add
yeah.
10 to the skill. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
then it is 40 under 50.
Okay. So yeah, you see that and like I assume there's a first aid kit in your shop and you're able to just kind of clean that up and just wrap it.
Where is it?
It's like on her upper arm.
And is it like is it a gash? Like she was like is it a
Yeah.
intentional wound, or is it more of a like she fell in the forest type wound?
It doesn't look intentional. It looks like a rip or something like that. Like
Okay.
and like her arm got snagged on something.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I wrap that up, try to like put pressure on it to stop the bleeding. Check for like vital signs to make sure that she's like breathing and stable.
Yeah, no, she's with that first aid check, like she's stable and everything.
Okay.
And so as all that you guys make the calls, they are all there. And they'll be like, okay, well the nurse Green, she's like, okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. You let the sheriff know, and Hudson, she's just like, okay, I'll be there. Same thing, like as soon as I can. Just got to finish something up in the office real quick. And so you got contacted both of them.
I'd also let the sheriff know that Percy is on the way if he hadn't got there yet, just so that so they know it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, sounds good. I'll just wait for him then before coming over.
The sheriff needs to have some hustle, man. No hustle.
So, so anyway, you guys are doing that, and we'll shift to Percy, and Percy, you're making your way to the sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you still hear that clown music, but it's like light. It's not as loud as it was. It sounds like it's deeper into the city.
I also assume Percy, just from his history and occupation in the town, knows kind of pathways and ways to optimize travel through the area, without being seen, or to kind of travel down less populated routes.
Yeah. Alright, so you're doing that. I need you to roll a spot hidden for me.
Percy's spot hidden is going to max out in like 3 sessions.
Oh no.
3 chapters.
It's 49 under 81.
Alright. You are getting to the part, you're getting close to the bank, and you hear this rustling in the woods. And, you just hear, where is Sarah? We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
You didn't check the body.
I blame Cora for everything that's going to happen.
Hey. Laters.